Do you want to know how to make these delicious ginger and pumpkin Halloween cookies? Let's go. And to my blender, I am going to add 200 grams of oats, and then I've got in here somewhere about 100 grams of rice flour, and I've got about 2 big tablespoons of ground ginger, and then I've got a teaspoon of baking powder, and then I've got about 100 grams of almond protein. I've got the funky funnel, so I'm just going to pour all of these ingredients into my blender cup, pop the lid on, and I'm going to blend these ingredients until it forms a flour. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop those into a bowl. And for the wet ingredients, I have boiled about 150 grams of cashew nuts to make them soft, and hopefully that will make the biscuits nice and creamy as well. And then I also have 150 grams of maple syrup in here somewhere. I have about 50 grams of pumpkin puree as well, and then I have about 150 grams of coconut oil, and I'm going to add all of these through the aid of my funky funnel into my blender cup. I'm going to blend these ingredients together. And now I'm going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ones, and I'm going to mix these ingredients together until this forms a huge dough ball. The dough ball has formed, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to make it into cookies or biscuits, as we like to call them in the UK. So what I've got is some spare rice flour, and I'm just dusting a board with some of the rice flour so the cookie dough doesn't stick. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a piece of this, and I'm going to roll it out on my board. Then I'm just going to get my Halloween cookie cutter, and I'm just going to cut out a biscuit like that. And I'm just going to continue now until I've used up all of the cookie dough. I have to pop these into the fridge for a good half an hour. And while those are in the fridge, I'm going to preheat my oven to 200 degrees. Pop these into the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, or until they go a lovely golden brown colour. That is the biscuits done, and they look, smell and taste amazing. And I'm looking forward to having one of these with a cup of tea this afternoon.